Jay Leno, take a back seat, Jack, to the man that's gonna take over the late night scene.
It's time for the #1 talk show on cable TV, NWO Nightcap.
Actually, there's nothing wrong with Leno's chin that a few hundred years of evolution won't fix.
I forgive you for what you did for me, and I want to tell you, brother, I love you.
Hey, cut! Oh, this is insanity! Oh, no! Have people lost their minds here? Get out of here!
He was bold enough to go in that truck. Can you believe the arrogance? And he yanked the tape out of the tape machine. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash are getting it on. Look at this.
Here come the NWO Black and White troops out of the trailers.
And now, hitting, holding, Kevin Nash.
He's turned him.
Who's that? That's Bret Hart. What in the devil is he doing here? Scott Hall.
Outsider's edge.
Cover 1, 2. We've got new World Tag Team Champion.
I want DDP, and I want his butt in the ring right now so I can win the U.S. Championship belt.
He doesn't look like he's in any condition.
He had to literally drag himself to the ring. This is the wrong man to go in and injured against Bret Hart. Shut out the pain as best he cannot do it. Call him a bounce over.
He's a human being. He had to.
It's over.
Now there's your new United States Heavyweight Champion.
Last week on Nitro, Hollywood Hogan masterminded an NWO assault on World Championship Wrestling, the return of Scott Norton, and NWO Japan, and the return of both the United States Championship and the tag team belts to NWO Black and White. And to top it all off, Diamond Dallas Page was taken away in an ambulance. Tonight, how will WCW respond?
Back in the month of March, it was the home of March Madness. And tonight, the Alamo Dome is the home of WCW Monday Nitro. As we come to you live from the great state of Texas in San Antonio. Welcome to 3 hours of WCW action exclusively on TNT. You heard the question posed at the top of the broadcast. How will WCW respond? Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the response, I feel, is crystal clear because we understand that Diamond Dallas Page is back. He is back in the arena. We are not so sure at what percent, but he said he's back here tonight, and he wants only one thing. He wants Hollywood Hogan in the ring. We know Hogan is here tonight. Diamond Dallas Page already making many, many demands. And ladies and gentlemen, as we bring out the gorgeous Nitro girls in their Texas style, we bring you the greatest wrestling action in the world. Tony Schiavone along with Iron Mike today, and the living legend Larry Zbyszko. And WCW did take many blows last week, living legend.
Well, they did. You can see how frustrated Team Hollywood is, how humiliated Hogan still is by losing the championship, and how desperate the NWO is to get back the power they once enjoyed.
And it's a night for World Championship Wrestling to step up to the plate and make a statement.
Thousands of fans in attendance here at the Alamo Dome. It's our second trip here in Texas, living legend.
This is the only place in the world when you turn on the AC, it gets hotter.
Great round of applause for the gorgeous Nitro girls. Well, we need to answer the questions about the return of WCW right off the bat. We talked about DDP being in the arena here tonight, demanding Hollywood Hogan in the ring here tonight on WCW Monday Nitro. But that's not all. Ladies and gentlemen, what has to go down is one of the biggest interviews in the history of our sport. We are going to hear from world champion Goldberg live here tonight. He'll be talking to Mean Gene in his first interview since he won the world title, but that's not all for Goldberg here tonight, Mike.
Certainly isn't, Tony. 1 week ago here on Nitro, it was all NWO Black and White. Hollywood Hogan turning loose the troops. Tonight, WCW will attempt to counter. World's heavyweight title on the line, winning streak on the line. Goldberg, 120-0, puts both at stake against Brian Adams of NWO Hollywood.
Gonna be a big match, Living Legend.
It's gonna be a big match, but we have got the greatest undefeated heavyweight champion ever.
And you're gonna hear his
We already had this.
exclusive interview. First time ever later on in this program, but that unmistakable music is from NWO Hollywood. And here comes Rick Rude, Curt Hennig. Oh, and one half of the new World Tag Team Champions, Scott Hall, along with the very lethal, very powerful, dangerous Scott Flash Norton.
Certainly was quite a night for the NWO Black and Night 1 week ago on Nitro, because not only did they capture the World Tag Team titles, they also now have possession of the United States Heavyweight Champion, and that's Bret Hart holding the title.
The Giant, of course, the other half of the World Tag Team Champs. And let's not forget WCW, and I guess the Wolfpack, not the only two factions under attack last week from NWO Hollywood. Another man under attack at the hands of Eric Bischoff was Jay Leno. That happened during the course of NWO Nightcap that took the air last week as well. And that was something our fans who watched the Tonight Show with Jay Leno realized did not go unanswered. On this past Thursday, Leno and Kevin Eubanks had a lot to say about that.
Well, they better be careful what they say. NWO is out here in force, and that's the only way they can come out here, isn't it?
Of course, then Friday on the Tonight Show, Jay Leno and company aired that special videotape sent by Hollywood Hogan. You knew he was going to have his say in the matter.
The war of the words, as lethal and vicious as it's ever been.
Hey, yo. You gotta admit that Monday Nitro in the Alamo Dome is just too. And there's one other thing around here that's so sweet that I think I'm gonna be sick. So if I hear Big Sexy or make that medium tall sexy, hey Kev, if I hear you crying anymore, I think I'm gonna puke. So the Black and White, we talked it over with Eazy-E and Hollywood Hogan, and we figure right around the corner at Road Wild, you bring your weak Wolfpack, and we're gonna bring the Black and White Express, and we all gonna get in the ring together, and the last one standing wins. Because as you can see, the Black and White is packing all the gold. Me and G-Money are the tag champions. Bret Hart is your U.S. champion. There's only one piece missing. There's only one piece missing there, big man. You hear something? Excuse me. 1 second, please. First of all, the NWO would like to treat all you wonderful fans of San Antonio to a nice, warm cup of Shut the Hell Up. Drink it and shut it and recognize who's standing in the ring right now. I'm Brian Adams of the NWO. I was in Japan kicking butt and taking names just like the NWO always does. And I heard about this fluke of a match. Goldberg beating the legend Hollywood Hogan. I jumped on a plane and got back here right away, and I begged Hollywood, please let me be the man to prove to the world that this Goldberg is nothing but a fluke. Shut up! His opponents have been hand-picked, and him beating Hollywood was the biggest fluke in the history of wrestling. Goldberg, your luck has ran out, because tonight you're putting the title against me, Brian Adams. And I, Goldberg, look into my eyes. Here's what I want you to do, punk. I want you to take your best hold, and I want you to hold on as tight as you can, because I'm going to take you for the ride of your life. And when it's all said and done, I'm going to bring the world title back to the NWO. Because when you belong to the NWO, you're NWO for life.
Well, tonight Goldberg will answer that as he'll defend the world title against Brian Adams. And for the very first time, Goldberg will speak. He'll talk. We'll hear what he has to say to me, Gene Okerlund. Stay with us.
Before we go, I know you heard this one. The state of California is putting a new tax on oversized vehicles. I hear they're going to start with Jay Leno's chin.
This portion of WCW Monday Nitro is brought to you by Valvoline, the #1 choice of America's top mechanics. People who know use Valvoline.
Listen, I had a chance to meet Jay a couple of weeks ago, and Rodzilla and Hollywood Hogan took care of business. And actually, there's nothing wrong with Leno's chin that a few hundred years of evolution won't fix.
As we're back to the ring, and here
they said things would be different when I got older, but they lied. In high school, I was despised, I was hated, and I was attacked for being different. It's no different now. I'm still hated, I'm still despised, and I'm still being attacked on a regular basis, whether it's Canyon or Saturn or any other representative of society's norm. Well, what about me? What about Raven?
Well, he was going to say something else when he said, what about me? What about Raven? Outsprints Saturn. And I think Raven's going to get somewhat of an answer here.
I'm so sick of hearing you cry. Come on. How tough was it being a spoiled rich kid? Come on, get up, and I'm going to give you something to cry about.
How about that?
Hey!
It's Canyon from behind. Canyon.
Oh, he gets T-boned for his trouble.
Here comes the filet mignon.
Raven almost daring Saturn to go, and Saturn picks him up with a Death Valley driver.
Oh, the flatliner from Canyon, who saved Raven.
The Raven's getting off the hook.
He really is. I mean, Canyon literally saved Raven here, and I'm not so sure if he did that on purpose or not. As he stands and stares at Raven, Raven daring Saturn to come get him, and then Canyon steps in. How about what we just heard from Saturn? You know, we often thought that Raven was nothing but a rich, spoiled brat, and I think that pretty much confirms it now. A kid who got everything he wanted and still complained.
Maybe that explains the actions that we've seen from Raven for the past year or so.
Well, maybe it's one of the things. I don't know if it's the thing. It's a variety of things that lead to a messed up childhood and thus adulthood. But so Raven comes out, Saturn ends that, and then the appearance again of Canyon. Three men who obviously just cannot get along.
Can't be in the same building, that's for sure.
We're ready to go with our first scheduled match here on WCW Monday Nitro, and it's the Barbarian along with Jimmy Hart in singles competition. Fans, as we said, the world champion Goldberg. Unprecedented. We'll be hearing from him in a special interview conducted by Mean Gene Okerlund. In addition, Goldberg and Bryan Adams to tangle for the world title here tonight live. As we said, top of the program, Diamond Dallas Page. 1 week removed from a fierce meeting he took by Bret Hart, even before the match, has made it clear he wants Hogan in the ring here tonight live on Nitro.
You know, and you can't blame Diamond Dallas Page for feeling like that. He deserves the shot. I'm glad he's here, but he's a man in the NWO. Both sides should take lessons from Diamond Dallas Page.
Well, we all knew that no one was going to keep the People's Champion down. At the conclusion of last week's Nitro, we saw Diamond Dallas Page leave Salt Lake City on a stretcher, but he is back. He is ready for action tonight in San Antonio.
Good look at our great crowd in Central Texas here in San Antonio, the Alamo Dome, home of the Spurs, and some fine sports events held here in this facility. As we said earlier, our second trip here. Duggan's got him in his hands once again with a chant of USA. This should be a very rough, rugged, bruising matchup with these two big men going at it.
Yeah, well, Duggan's a slugger, so he's just asking for that type of match. And Duggan may have the crowd chanting USA, but he don't have Jimmy Hart in his corner, and Duggan's going to have to keep his eye on him.
Back into the ropes. Oh, back elbow. Duggan just trying to slug him down and cannot do it. Barbarian almost dared him to hit him again, and he runs over top of him with a clothesline.
Just as we expected, power versus power. That time, Duggan wins out with the lariat. Jimmy Hart plots strategy with the Barbarian.
That's not exactly a contest of two brain surgeons, but again, Jimmy Hart will fill that void in the Barbarian.
Blocking the blows by the Barbarian. Double axe handle blow, sending the Barbarian now back to the corner. Into the ropes. Double axe handle of his own that time, send the Barbarian down to the mat. In the wake of the complete domination 1 week ago by NWO Hollywood, it did not surprise us at all to see them come out. We didn't see Hogan amongst them, but we know that Hollywood is here somewhere, as we've been told. But certainly a win by Bryan Adams tonight would give him all the gold, save, of course, the Cruiserweight title. You know, with Bryan Adams making the statements he made, that lends one to believe that the white and the black have some sort of master plan.
And you got to believe Bryan Adams is psyched up. This is his chance to become the biggest hero of the black and white New World Order.
Well, NWO Black and White certainly gloating at the top of the program, and you really can't blame them after what they accomplished last week.
Won the World Tag Belts, the U.S. belts, and of course,
tainted victories, Tony.
There's no question.
Say it like it is.
Thinking they had put DDP out of commission. Truly, they took him down a notch or two, but that has not stopped DDP from arriving here tonight. Up on the top middle turnbuckle, actually, pounding away. Duggan will shoot the Barbarian down to the left side, and he'll pick him up.
And there's Hart. Hart knows he's in trouble.
Jimmy Hart ducked Duggan, and the Barbarian stomps that foot and puts the kick of fear on Jimmy Hart. And a roll up. It's over.
Well, that one backfired on the mastermind.
And here comes Humorous.
Yeah, but Jimmy Hart's got a backup plan, about 300 pounds of it.
Yeah, he really does, and as powerful as Duggan is, he cannot come back. Oh, wait a second. Ming out of nowhere has come out. Ming going after Humorous, who ducks.
No, he didn't duck enough.
Tongan death grip applied. That's the pattern that we've seen develop in recent weeks. The monster has resurfaced, Barbarian trying to get his former tag team partner off of his current partner, Hugh Morris, but not much effect.
No effect, as a matter of fact. Duggan's got the board. Whacks the Barbarian with it. The Barbarian hitting Ming with everything, and Ming was not budging.
Well, you just make him mad.
Little standoff here. Or maybe a handshake.
Handshake or Tongan death grip. What's it going to be? It's the death grip.
It is the Tongan death grip.
He down goes Duggan.
Duggan extended his hand in friendship, but Ming would have none of it.
Ming doesn't care about anybody.
Well, fans, as the action continues, we're not too far away from NWO Nightcap. That means in a few moments, Bischoff will be coming out, understand? We're gonna go outside once again to see his parking spot, the star of the show. Oh, look at this. Once again, another slap right in the chin of Leno.
How can you miss?
From Bischoff. When we come back, Bischoff's out, NWO Nightcap.
Terrific.
Yeah, we can't.
This is absolutely great. You know, it's really, really good to be here in Texas. You know, speaking of Texas, did you hear that agents in the Border Patrol seized 1,000 Viagra pills from a Japanese tourist who was trying to smuggle them into the country? I mean, hey, the tourist said he wasn't trying to break the law, he was just going through some hard times. Speaking of hard times, I mean, did you hear Monica Lewinsky just had a birthday? That's right, she's 25 years old. I mean, just think about it. How many women at that age can actually say they've held the presidency? Oh, I knocked myself out. I mean, I remember when she was just knee high. Oh, never mind. Do you believe I said that? Oh, this is too much. I love this. You know, seriously now, please, seriously, listen up. Some very close friends of Monica's have said that she's become, because of everything that's happened, she's become much, much more callous. Well, hey, when you spend that much time on your knees, you're bound to get calluses. Damn, this is not only fun, it's easy too. Hey, did you know that it's now against the law to yell Carnival Cruise in a theater? I mean, speaking of, did you hear that Jay Leno has offered to help out the wildfire victims? Yeah, he's gonna let them use his chin for shelter. Get it? Shelter? Shade? I mean, Jay Leno, did you hear him the other night? I mean, he claims to be a biker. Jay Leno is no biker. Hollywood Hogan is indeed a real biker. I mean, if Jay Leno's a biker, Urkel is NWO Black and White. I got you on that one. I mean, did you ever see a real biker wear a helmet? I mean, if they have to wear a helmet, they got really cool helmets. Not only does Leno wear a helmet, but he wears a very, very special helmet. That's right, a 6.5 extra long. I mean, he's got to have a hell of a strong neck. I mean, with that chin, it must create all kinds of drag. Oh my gosh, this is fun. Speaking of drag, there's nothing that's as much of a drag as watching Jay Leno's show. I mean, hey, I don't want to dwell on Jay Leno's chin, but I could, and so could 4 of my neighbors. Get it, dwell? Cliff dwellings? I gotta stop. Okay, I said it, Jay Leno's got a big chin, but actually, he doesn't have a big chin. Max Headroom had a big chin. Leno's got a huge head. I mean, I'm told that Leno's chin is the only thing other than the Great Wall of China, you're gonna love this, that you can see from the space shuttle. Please, Hey, Leno, he can be a really nice guy, though. I mean, everybody says Leno laughs too much at his own jokes. Well, hey, somebody's got to laugh at him. I am killing me out here. I am killing me. This is so much fun. And finally, listen to this. This was good news for me. Reading in a paper, scientists say that they can successfully grow a sheep's bladder in a laboratory. Soon they're going to be able to do the same with humans, you know. Guys could have 3 or 4 bladders. Hell, you could sit down and watch the entire 3 hours of Nitro with a beer and never have to get off the couch. Hey, we got a very special segment here for you. Very special guest, and we're gonna get to it in just a minute. Oh yeah, you guys are so good. Oh, that's fun or what? How is Randy anyway? Every time I tell a Viagra joke, I think of Randy Savage. Poor Randy. Step into that, macho man. Hey, I was reading the paper the other day. Got some very interesting headlines here. I don't know if you can zoom in on this or not. Listen to this. These kill me, they crack me up. I find these when I'm flying around here and there. April 15th, 3:27 a.m., Taco Bell, gas odor. Imagine that. And here's a news flash. Liars find it difficult to tell the truth. Duh! Where do they come up with this stuff? This is too much. And here's my favorite. My drawers are full of memories. I'm keeping this one. Oh, listen to this. Puppies for sale, part cow, part German Shepherd. What the heck? That comes over here. Oh. Nah, I didn't want to tell that. That one's dumb one. How about this one right here? Eliminating trucks would eliminate truck accidents. You know, I tell you, anybody could be a newspaper writer. Anybody could do that. I mean, this is ridiculous. And, okay, here's the last one. This one really got to me. New electric car would run on gasoline. Go figure, go figure. Thank you, people. As I promised you, we've got a very special guest. I know you're waiting to see this guy. He is not only one of the biggest names in Hollywood today, my personal mentor and a man that has meant so much to me and so much to you. for so long now. Let's bring him out right now. Big round of applause for Hollywood Hogan. We're running short on time. I want to know exactly what is going through your mind.
Well, you know, brother, I saw what went down with Jay Leno way before the footage. I saw it when it actually happened. And if I was Jay Leno's lawyer, I think I'd have to plead insanity, maybe plead ignorance. But on a professional level, Jay Leno knows what he's doing. He knows where that fine, thin line is. And Jay Leno, as far as I'm concerned, is walking on eggshells because he stepped way over the line. And Jay Leno, the warning that I gave you was a serious warning. I know you're going to be in Sturgis, but giving you the benefit of the doubt, I know they're egging you on out in Hollywood. And everybody knows what happens when any serious athlete, when any other professional athlete gets in my arena. Hollywood sets them up and takes them out. Jay Leno, as a professional courtesy, I'm going to give you one more chance to back off, Jack. I'm going to give you one more chance to keep your mouth shut so you can live with a little bit of integrity. And as far as I'm concerned, Mr. Bischoff, if Jay Leno doesn't heed Hollywood's final warning, Jay Leno, I will come out there myself, come to your show, and kick your butt right in front of your own Burbank stacked crowd, because Hollywood doesn't take it lightly when you affect me financially and personally on any level. You're way over the line, Leno, and you better watch yourself. This is your final warning.
And one last thing, Hollywood, and Jay, just to really try to illustrate the point for you, we're going to show you what happens when a world-class athlete like Karl Malone steps into Hollywood's world. You'll see that later on tonight. You can only imagine what's going to happen when a world-class punk like yourself crosses the line, as Hollywood brought up. Don't want to end the show on a sour note. Hollywood's got a lot more surprises for you later on tonight, so kick back, crack a beer, and enjoy Nitro.
Welcome back, fans, to WCW Monday Nitros. We're going to continue with action here in just a moment after Bischoff laid right into Jay Leno. And look at this. The Nitro girls come out.
Well, if Texas isn't hot enough, they just let fire loose.
The gorgeous Fire out by herself. She lives up to the name, doesn't she, Living Legend? She is red hot.
Whoa, someone's going to have to investigate the cause of that fire, Larry.
I'll get to the bottom of this.
The Nitro Party Pack brought to you by Mug Root Beer. The foam goes to your brain. Here's our winner this week.
I'm here watching wrestling, and I would like to watch Monday Night Nitro with the Nitro Girls.
You're going to be a Nitro girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put a little snap in your Nitro tonight. Here from San Antonio, are you ready for Diamond Dallas Page?
What a night it's been already. We mentioned that DDP was here after the severe beating he took a week ago. He has returned. And also tonight, before he gets to the ring, remind you, the first time for Goldberg to speak. We'll hear from the world champ himself for the first time ever live tonight.
Hey, Diamond Dallas can do something the entire New World Order can't do. He can walk out tall with his head up high like a real man, all by himself.
Take it away, Mean Gene.
All right, Tony, as you very well know, something happened last week in Salt Lake City, and I must say this man to my immediate left was most courageous. After what happened back in the locker room area, he obviously was badly injured, but he went to the ring, and he put the United States title on the line against Bret the Hitman Hart. Whoever did that in the back room, back in the locker room there, has got to pay a price. Diamond Dallas Page, you faced that man, you know who it was. Clue us in. We've got an idea.
Well, I got one thing to say to Hollywood scum.
Just what we thought.
Hogan, you suck. Everybody knows who you are and what you are. You're scum.
I don't think anybody disagrees.
Last week you got me. You got me real good. You beat me down real good. But you didn't kill me. You could kill me. Bottom line is, you should never hunt something you can't kill. Because Hogan,
I'm curious whether or not he did all of that damage by himself. Settle down, DDP.
Because I got one thing on my mind, and that is ridding the world of the self-proclaimed almighty God of professional wrestling. You ain't no God, Hogan. Not even close. But tonight, if you get in this ring with me, you're gonna feel the wrath. And you will, at some point, feel the...
Well, that's a challenge. Any way you put it, that's the way I read it, Tony. Diamond Dallas Page wants a piece of Hollywood Hogan. Back to you.
All right, Gene, and we already know, of course, that DDP lost to Bret Hart. We didn't know who did the dirty deed in the back, and now it's very apparent it was Hogan who attacked Diamond Dallas Page before he even got a chance to vie for the vacated United States Heavyweight Championship. Welcome back, fans, to Monday Nitro. Diamond Dallas Page has made that challenge to Hollywood Hogan. And in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, the world champ Goldberg will be coming right out here, going into the ring and talking to Mean Gene Okerlund for the very first time. We know what he can do in the ring, and we know...
The New World Order can do whatever they want, but they're not going to stop Goldberg from coming out and talking to the public. What is this?
Scott Norton is scheduled to go in the next match, but I thought we had a few minutes here to discuss Goldberg's interview that he has and what's Dusty Rhodes doing out here.
We're trying to talk about history in the making. The first ever chance for the world's heavyweight champion, the undefeated Goldberg, to talk to the fans of World Championship Wrestling. Tony, I thought we were going to have an on-camera segment here.
Wait a minute, they're coming here.
ho. Hi, Larry. Hi, Tony. Mike, always a pleasure. I don't want to take a lot of time because there's certainly been enough whining and crying going on. Obviously, Kevin Nash doesn't have the guts to face Scott Hall. So how about Red Rover, send Stinger right over. And I mean later tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Before you went on the air tonight, Tony Schiavone, did WCW not lay down the law about Larry Zbyszko conducting himself as an announcer to stop jumping up into the business of the New World Order? Did they not?
Yeah, they did, and I was going to really talk to you about, but I haven't had a chance, to tell. But yeah.
I'm getting ready to tell him in public, if you will. Let me tell you something, Larry Zbyszko.
Sorry.
I was the greatest announcer of all time. When I joined the New World Order, there was a collusion against Dusty Rhodes to take me out of the booth. Now you sit in my seat. Now you butcher the English language. Now you sit there and claim to be this ex-wrestler. Well, us being in Texas, I'm gonna lay this on you, Tony. Listen to me. You know what? Oh yeah. Make jest. What I have here is a gag rag. As of right now, by Texas rules, I want you to hold this, Tony, when we leave, because Zbyszko, you are now under a Texas gag order. You must sit there. If you jump up and get in our business, we will gag you ourselves. Bottom line, don't mess with the New World Order. Gag it when I leave.
NWO.
Go and push your luck.
See ya. We are sorry. We apologize about this injunction, this gag order they talked about, Larry. So.
Look, I don't want to hear about no gag order.
Wait, hold a second.
Obviously, we've got a real overweight, jealous guy named Dusty Rhodes, who because of his unbearable, incomprehensible mumbling lost his job.
Texas rules?
I apologize for all that, Larry, and I know I received some sort of admonishment to give to you on a second-hand basis for you, as we understand Jim Neidhart is already in the ring, or at the ring area. Scott Norton goes to the ring for this next matchup. That, when they come out here, you're not allowed to jump up and get in their face.
Says who?
Says the lawyers, I guess. That's what he said. I wouldn't take that.
We played a game of human chess before, and they didn't win.
Neither did Jim Neidhart. Holy smokes, that was one move
Get some of me! Come and get it! You're going down the same way!
Well, that was the ultimate in NWO black and white destruction. Scott Norton just destroying Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Hardly a contest.
Absolute destruction, and with that destruction, it's going to be our Master Lock of the Night here on WCW Monday Nitro. Let's go down and take a look one more time.
Well, you better call it. I'm under a gag order in Texas by some guy bigger than the state of Texas.
It's our Master Lock of the Night. Have a brand new tough Master Lock in your corner. It's tough under fire. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a special look at a man who is at 120-0 and a man who tonight will do his first interview in a few moments with me, Gene Okerlund. The NWO Hollywood can do what they want to do, but the man still with the gold belt is Goldberg. Here's a special look on Nitro. And the catchphrase of who's next tonight. Brian Adams and Goldberg to go one-on-one, but the real story is fans have wanted to hear Goldberg speak, wanted to hear what was on his mind. In a few moments, we're going to get that shot as Gene Okerlund will have the first live exclusive interview with the heavyweight champion of the world, Mike.
Well, you hear the chant, Tony, and it's finally going to happen this evening. As you can attest, as well as Larry, everywhere we go, people want to hear from the new world's heavyweight champion. Tonight, Goldberg speaks.
You know, Texas or no Texas, the new world order to show its true colors. Goldberg has humiliated them. He will always humiliate them, and he will always make exactly out of Hollywood Hulk Hogan what he is, a zero.
We're going to go in the back and watch Goldberg as he makes his way from the locker room area here to the ring area. There you see security and Doug Dillinger at the door of Goldberg and his locker room. In a few moments, he'll make that walk all the way to the ring here on... What in the... What the heck? That's his locker room. You saw the sign.
Post somebody at the door there. Just post somebody at the door.
Something has gone.
Looks a little too late to post somebody at the door.
Something has gone severely wrong here. That's Goldberg, and it's been overturned. It's been ransacked, and there's graffiti everywhere. Fans, stay right with us. We're coming right back. Welcome back, fans, to WCW Monday Nitro. And already during the first hour, the anticipation, the excitement continues to build till we hear from Goldberg. But that excitement has taken somewhat of a detour because Mike, how shocked he was at I didn't expect it, much less look inside of Goldberg's own personal locker room, much less see that the place has been ransacked. He was nowhere to be found, and NWO black and white graffiti all over the wall.
Tony, it's obvious that the NWO black and white is again one step ahead of World Championship Wrestling, but the question remains, where is Goldberg? What condition is he in?
I don't know, but you can see the tactics of the New World Order. They'll go to Goldberg's dressing room, or they'll come right here to the stand and try to stop our opinion. They are trying to change the momentum and hide the fact that the New World Order is going down because they don't have what Goldberg has, the heavyweight championship of the world.
Well, we've been talking about the room being ransacked and graffiti everywhere, and the question I think is, where in the world is he? If he was not in there, if they expected to go get him and escort him to the ring and he was not there, where is Goldberg? What if they got to him?
Yeah, that's one question. Where is Goldberg? The second question has to be, what condition is Goldberg in?
Yeah, what if they got to him, or what if, I don't know. Fans, I don't want to speculate. But as we were ready to hear from the world champ, he's nowhere to be found. And we are keeping an ear to the back as to what is going on, where he is, as this program continues. Not only an interview, but a match.
Okay.
All right.
I think a little congratulations are in order. You know, I said it back a few months ago. I said the wrestling profession has become a long plastic hallway
a place filled with pimps and thieves and a place where good men die like dogs. Until now. Chalk one up for the good guy. The excellence of execution, a guy that doesn't have any excuses. Dallas Page, take your sorry ass excuses and remember one thing. Either show up to fight, show up to win, or don't show up at all. Now I want to address one other little thing. I promise to do my best as champion. I promise to give everybody a shot at the U.S. Championship belt. And I promise to be the greatest U.S. champion of all time. But I just want to say one thing. The little altercation that happened last week with Sting. Sting, you don't need to apologize to me. It was just a little misunderstanding and all's forgiven. But I want you to understand something. There's only one wrestler back there that I have more respect for than you. Now, I've been invited to join the NWO with Hollywood Hogan. But out of respect for Sting, I stay on the outer fringe. I don't join because I respect Sting. I respect what he's done for wrestling. I respect the fact that he was the legacy of the WCW and he got screwed over by the promotion just like I did. I respect the fact that he's got the same taste in moves, the sharpshooter and the scorpion. Sting, last week was your fault. There was no intention on my part to go into that match and cost you anything, and it was your own brash behavior that cost you your title. But I want you to remember, be a champion, be a true champion, learn from defeat and win the next time, but understand one thing, that the only thing wrong in wrestling is all these people out here, all these scum, these false friends out here that want to lead you down the wrong road. And just remember one thing, Sting, I'm your friend.
You never know what to believe of this man, do you? Sting, I'm your friend.
Since when?
Since when was he anyone's friend?
Never.
The only man he's ever helped in WCW or on Nitro has been Hollywood Hogan. That's the only man he's ever helped. But he is the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart. Fans, we have attempted to find out what happened to Goldberg. We still don't know. So stay with us. As soon as we find out, I know Mean Gene is kicking around. As soon as we find out, we'll relay that to you. But it's time now to our never again final match. Jericho, Chris Jericho, the Cruiserweight champ, will defend the title against Dean Malenko for the final time.
Put up or shut up time. The man who has done everything in his power to avoid this confrontation with Dean Malenko must face Malenko tonight. Cruiserweight title on the line. We speak of Chris Jericho.
Well, every dog has his day. Jericho can start barking now. I'm putting my poke on Dean.
All right. If Chris Jericho defeats Dean Malenko, the two will never wrestle again. If Dean Malenko wins, it's straight ahead as the Cruiserweight Champion of the world.
Well, there's no questioning the importance of the WCW World's Cruiserweight Championship, but I think in the mind of Dean Malenko, it's almost secondary tonight to finally gaining the shot at Chris Jericho, and he strides to the ring with purpose in his eyes. Oh, whoa, is Jericho ready for him? Caught him with a drop kick before the bell.
And now on the back of the neck and on the back of the head, Jericho. Knife edge chop. Well, fans, you heard what Bischoff had said at the end of NWO Nightcap, we are going to show you from Bash of the Beach, one of the most remarkable, talked about tag team matches, and for NWO Hollywood, one of their biggest nights. The most anticipated tag team match, I believe, of all time, as Hollywood Hogan and Dennis Rodman met Diamond Dallas Page and the Mailman Karl Malone. We'll show you the match. Here's a roll-up, one.
Go.
As it happened, from Bash of the Beach, we'll show it in a few moments right here on this program tonight.
Well, that'll give Bischoff and Hogan another chance to gloat and brag.
Well, that's what Bischoff said. We were gonna. This is all set up by NWO Hollywood, showing that match as it happened. It's coming up later on tonight.
Hey, the only thing bigger than Leno's chin is Bischoff's ego.
I would agree with that. Trying the Lion Tamer right now.
Hey, he might have it. He's sitting down on it.
Close to the ropes.
Yeah, he got it.
And that was really more of a Boston Crab than a Lion Tamer, where he puts the pressure on the shoulders and the neck.
He's trying to get Malenko. Malenko is excellent on the mat. If Jericho has a chance of beating Malenko, he's going to have to do it with movement outside the ring, just like this. He can't compete with Dean on that floor.
But you have to admit, Jericho has been prepared tonight.
We've got to take a commercial break. The tape machines are rolling. Should the match end during the break? If not, back live. It's a last chance match on Nitro. Stay with us. Welcome back to WCW Monday Nitro Live. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we're near the end of July, heading into the month of August. And Road Wild right around the corner from Sturgis, live on Saturday, the 8th of August. This year, country music superstar Travis Tritt will join us, and he'll be in concert, and you can see it all, plus the greatest wrestling action in the world coming up from Sturgis. It'd be great to have Travis Tritt with us, guys. And as the action continues, I know Dean Malenko's putting his heart and soul into this match, because if he loses to Chris Jericho, he'll never get a shot at him again. And for Dean Malenko, the title has not always been the cause here. It's been the height of Jericho.
Yeah, I tell you, we're way beyond the title in terms of Malenko. Gold is secondary compared to the emotion Dean feels. You can call him the Iceman, but he has a soul, and Jericho...
Cover.
No!
Couldn't hold him down.
Malenko connecting on that released German suplex. Gets another near fall, just a 2 count and a running lariat in the corner.
Got him hooked. Jericho. Inverted suplex that time. Chris Jericho. Head of steam. The Lion Salt. He connected. Jericho could have it won. It's not over yet.
Boy, Malenko squirmed out of that in the nick of time.
Too much fight left in Dean Malenko.
Hey, one thing about the Malenkos, they will not give up. Jericho will earn a victory if he gets one.
Miss. Double underhook now.
But he blocked the butterfly and turn it around. You will not outmaneuver Malenko.
Up and down. On the base of the spine, and the fans erupt with that. Dean Malenko is going for the Texas Cloverleaf.
And he's in the right state to get it.
He's got those hands hooked. Look at him trying to muscle him over. Use his lower extremity.
He's too close.
Oh, how lucky can Jericho be?
Too close is right. It was almost over. He almost regained the Cruiserweight belt.
And as Larry mentioned, how appropriate would it be to defeat Jericho with the Texas Cloverleaf right here in San Antonio?
Now Dean up top, but very slowly gets there, enabling Jericho to hit the ropes. As he straddles the top steel turnbuckle, Jericho stalks back to the corner. There is so much riding on the line here. To the top rope now.
This battle is so intense because it is the final chance for Malenko. There was a DDT off the top.
It was a DDT, Mike, but Malenko hit the base of his spine very hard as well as it came off. But he rolls over, and he
hit the rope. He's got it. It's too close.
Talk about a last gasp effort. He just reached his hand out, and he was lucky enough to be just inches away from that bottom strand of rope.
Look at this.
He's digging.
He has pulled out some sort of illegal object.
He's got knucks.
That's exactly what he's got. All taped up. We've seen them so many times. We know what they are. He wants to take the very low road to end Malenko's shot at ever getting in the ring with him again. It's Malenko, though, getting the blows in. He still has it in his right hand.
Dean is losing control.
Can't do that. He reached towards the referee, gouged him in the eyes. Malenko's gonna pick him up. Belly to back.
Picture perfect.
He dropped that. He dropped the knucks. And Malenko's got the knucks. Down goes Jericho. The referee.
No.
The referee has seen it.
That was his last chance at Jericho.
And he's going to raise Jericho's hand.
As a result of a disqualification and still WCW Cruiserweight Champion Lionheart Chris Jericho.
Boy, it's an old cliche, but it is a miscarriage of justice. He'll never get another chance to face Chris Jericho, will Dean Malenko, because of an illegal object that Jericho brought in the ring. All right, we understand that Gene Okerlund is going to check on the whereabouts of Goldberg. Gene, what's going on back there?
All right, Tony, we are back in one of the corridors here at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Right behind me is the dressing room of WCW heavyweight champion Bill Goldberg. I had hoped to interview Goldberg, perhaps not necessarily in this setting, but as you know, this room has been ransacked, and Bill Goldberg is beyond himself. He's really beside himself. Right now, this room is being protected by members of the San Antonio Police Department, along with our own WCW security. Tony, we will get that interview for you and the fans watching throughout America with Goldberg moments from now. Hopefully, I can get him out here in the next 5 minutes or so. It'll be on the air on Nitro. In the meantime, back to you.
All right, the good news is, Gene, that we have found Goldberg, and he is under guard right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, Goldberg's going to be coming out here. We're going to get that interview regardless of what NWO Hollywood can try to do next.
Say what the NWO can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going back to the ring. Before we get there, don't forget that next Monday, Nitro originates from Denver, Colorado, the Coliseum. Tickets available on Ticketmaster. In 2 weeks, Monday, August 10th. That is 2 days after we're in Sturgis. And we'll be there with Travis Tritt, of course, on Monday, August 10th at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. Monday Nitro comes to Rapid City, South Dakota. Tickets to the box office in Albertsons at 855 Omaha Street. And then we're into Connecticut with Monday Nitro. Monday, August 17th in Hartford at the Civic Center. Tickets to the box office at all Ticketmaster locations. And coming up later on, how our fans in Pensacola, in Miami, can get tickets to Nitro later in the summer, as tickets will go on sale this weekend for those two great cities. We'll be talking about that. Brain, I know you'll be talking especially about Miami. We'll be talking about that a little bit later on. Curt Hennig, along with Rick Rude, comes to the ring. Steve Mongo McMichael is not just coming to the ring, he's stalking to the ring. And you hear what he said, Mike? I know I'd get another shot at Curt Hennig. And you know what that stems from? Hennig is the man that many people feel, and I guess they're right, dissolved the Horsemen and broke them apart in the first place.
And Steve Mongo McMichael is the man who is trying to reform the Four Horsemen, doing everything within his power, trying to convince the enforcer, AA Arn Anderson. But as Arn has mentioned on several occasions, he certainly has the heart, but he no longer has the physical tools to compete as a member of the Four Horsemen.
Oh! Well, Brain, you can understand. I mean, Curt Hennig was led into the Horsemen. Curt Hennig was given Arn Anderson's spot, so to speak, and then he turned into a travesty of justice, taking people out right and left and making a mockery of the Horsemen.
Well, if you know Curt Hennig's history package like I do, That's part of it right there. Rick Rude. Wherever you see Curt Hennig, you're going to see Rick Rude. And yes, Curt Hennig is that kind of an athlete. He will turn on people. He'll do what he has to make himself a wealthy and important man. That's just the way he is.
And what a pair of turncoats they are. WCW is a member of the Four Horsemen, then on to the NWO Wolfpack, and now a member of the NWO Hollywood faction.
Let's see what I'm getting you for!
Big scoop slam Mongo. I mean, he's wrestling with intensity and passion here tonight.
This is a new Mongo. He came right from the dressing room area. He was ready to fight, even before he got to the ring. You could tell by his demeanor.
Had his game face on for Nitro, and, well, the inseparable duo of Rude and Hennig resume control.
Got him hooked! Oh. Hennig planks, and he beat him!
No doubt about that.
No question, Brain, and Mike, you hit it right on the head when you said inseparable duo. And it was Rude's involvement right there that propelled Hennig to the win over Mongo. Another win for NWO Hollywood. Boy, are they red hot or what? And later we're going to show you what all went down. But right now, it's our 1-800-COLLECT replay, Brain.
Well, it looked to me here like Mongo had him. But he turned the tables on Mongo into the Hennigplex. Big man, close to 300 pounds, but he's got him for the 1, 2, 3. And there's your winner, you can say, Hennig and Rude.
All right, 1-800-COLLECT is the way we call collect today. Ladies and gentlemen, we also want to let you know that we want to see your Nitro party. We had one lucky fan and his Nitro party videotape early on. Of course, our Nitro party and our Nitro party videotape brought to you by Mug Root Beer. The foam goes to your brain. 1 CNN Center, P.O. Box 60, Atlanta.
The party's in
30303. Be sure to be a part of our Mug Root Beer Nitro Party Pack. And when we come back, we do understand, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to take you back in a TNT exclusive and show you the classic matchup, Hogan-Malone on either side. DDP and Malone against Hogan and Rodman. Stay with us.
Closed captioning where available. Sponsored by the Money Store.
We heard from Hollywood Hogan on NWO Nightcap, Bobby the Brain, that he was dead serious about Jay Leno leaving the man alone. But these are the men that fired the first shot.
Well, let's see what the big mouth here has to say along with Eazy-E. And the Disciple.
It's going to be rebuttal time again from Hogan and Bischoff.
Well, fans, as we promised you, Hollywood Hogan and Dennis Rodman, the much talked about historic tag team match against the Mailman Karl Malone and Diamond Dallas Page. That's imminent. We're going to show you the match. Some of the great action from that match that went down, a good portion of it, will be coming up in just a few minutes. But Hogan's got to talk again. I know, among other things, he's got a lot to say as far as what Diamond Dallas Page had to say, because Diamond Dallas Page pulled no punches.
Absolutely none. Issuing that challenge for a matchup later this evening on Nitro. And of course, remember that Hogan already told Jay Leno that he has 2 strikes. He was going to give him one more chance out of professional courtesy. A final warning from Hollywood and company to Leno.
Hollywood's got the war bonnet on. Nobody's going to hold me back because I'm all geared up and ready to go. And yes, Diamond Dallas Page, let me congratulate you on taking one of the best ass kickings I've ever seen in the wrestling business today. So, brother, when you come out here and tell all those lies about Hollywood, when you try to lie to all the people that worship me, when you try to lie to all the people that worship the ground I walk on, I don't want anybody like Nasty Nick or Rocky Rock Road in Montreal to try to hold Hollywood back, brother. It's not a Jay Leno deal. This is you and me, Paige. You called me out
Hollywood saddled up because I'm ready to ride your butt through the straddle of the night. So Diamond Dallas Page, you gutter trailer trash puke, bring yourself out here. You're way out of your league because I got a little NWO business, and a little later on tonight, brother, I'm gonna ride you real hard, Diamond, and hang you up wet. This very night will be your last wrestling match of your career, because when you mess with Hollywood, when you mess with the black and white, you mess with us for life.
So there it is. It has been accepted, and I can tell you right now, it's going to be as intense as any match we've ever seen. Diamond Dallas Page and Hollywood Hogan one-on-one. Goldberg and Brian Adams one-on-one. But as we promised, Hollywood Hogan and Dennis Rodman in one for the record books against Diamond Dallas Page and the mailman Carl Malone. It was our feature bout back earlier this month at Bash of the Beach. Let's take you now to that great matchup here on WCW Monday Nitro.
Ladies and gentlemen from the Bash at the Beach, this is the final match of the evening. A tag team match like no other in the history of professional wrestling. A tag team match bigger than any title, trophy, or championship belt. For the second time tonight. Are you ready? WCW NWO fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
For life.
I wonder what Rodman will have on. Not to wait too much longer.
For life.
I've been doing this great sport, remember, ahead of me. So much anticipation and build-up to one match. Not only in pro wrestling amongst our fans, but
every night on the news, someplace they're talking about it.
In the sports world.
And you can imagine that it's going to be the main topic of conversation on newscasts for the next several days.
Coming to the ring first, representing NWO Hollywood, two of the biggest names in all of professional sports. First, standing 6 feet 7 inches tall, he weighs 276 pounds. Perhaps the most famous face in name in professional wrestling history. He is the leader of the original New World Order. From Hollywood, USA, he is the one, the only Hollywood Hogan. And his partner, standing 6 feet 8 inches tall and weighing 236 pounds. From the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, a world champion many times over from the world of professional basketball. He knows how to win, and he knows how to inflict pain. He is Dennis Rodzilla Rodman.
that?
And now,
From what team?
coming to the ring at a combined weight of 518 pounds, two men who align themselves with no affiliations or organizations. Two superstars known the world over. First, standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing 257 pounds, from the Jersey Shore, one of the most popular men in professional wrestling today, known for his no-nonsense style and his aggressiveness. He is the master of the Diamond Cutter, DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. And his partner from Salt Lake City, by way of Summerfield, Louisiana. Standing 6 feet 9 inches tall, he weighs 261 pounds.
They have chased him away.
For over a decade, he has been recognized as the strongest man in professional basketball. Tonight, bigger and stronger than ever, he plans to deliver the mail like it's never been delivered before. He is Karl, the Mailman Malone.
Not an ounce of fat on him.
He looks awesome, and he and DDP are here to fight. Ladies and gentlemen, these four mega athletes, four of the most recognizable faces in the sports world, are center stage for one of the most anticipated battles ever. Battles that have been in the making all year from the basketball court. When Malone and Rodman were involved in the finals, when Malone and Rodman, you saw them go to the low post, to the high post, you saw them get tangled up and fall to the hardwood. They have taken it on to the wrestling ring. DDP is quite a story in himself, as you know. Self-made man, people's champion, many people feel. Certainly the working man's champion as well. He has a vendetta against Hollywood Hogan, and he has brought it to the ring in this struggle. A struggle that's been well documented in many news agencies. Also was a part of the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, when they all came out and literally and almost got it on right there. But now all the talking is over. It's an old, well-worn line, but it's true here. They're going to prove, or not prove, these two great basketball players who the better man is when they hook it up here in just a few moments.
Put up or shut up.
This has to be one of the first times ever on pay-per-view that a major sports rivalry, like you just talked about, Tony, between the Mailman, Karl Malone, and Dennis Rodman has been transferred to the wrestling ring. Remember those replays from the final series? Remember that intense defensive battle between these two? Well, that solid defense of Dennis Rodman was certainly credited for being a big part of Chicago's series win over Utah, and you know that Malone has payback in store.
Well, it was game 4, if you'll recall.
Whoa! I think Rodman's going to start.
I believe so, that the announcers had talked about that Malone was not having a good game because Rodman was forcing him out of the low post. Oh, he has to have the official sunglass shade removal.
Handsome man.
Striking, unique. I don't think there's any question about that. Well, you know, Brain, you were right. Look at the physique of the Mailman.
Tremendous shape. Diamond Dallas is in great shape. They've locked up.
The fans are loving this. Side headlock by Dennis Rodman. Into the ropes. Down. There he goes.
Good
Bail
move.
out to the floor. You know, we understand that Karl Malone has been involved in some very intensive, very heavy training in suburban Atlanta, Georgia at the power plant. You know, one can only imagine what activities that Dennis Rodman has engaged in over the course of the past couple of weeks, and only a small portion of those activities made the national press.
There's some things he did we probably can't even talk about.
And would not want to talk about.
But you can't go to a better place than the power plant.
So far, Rodman very successful. If nothing else, I think getting the ire of Karl Malone up. Big old slap, and here comes the former world champ.
Remember the last time we saw Malone and Hogan in the ring? Malone was slamming him.
That's right. And that trek all the way from Salt Lake City to Tampa. Came all the way in, picked him up with a scoop slam.
2,000 miles and 20 truck stops. What a trip.
Malone doing a little flexing of his own here in the center of the ring. As great an athlete as Malone is, you don't want to get too overconfident with the master himself.
Not this guy.
Hollywood Hogan.
He'll make you make a mistake. He'll make you look bad. He'll make you want to pull your own hair out to get to him.
And so far, these two phenomenal basketball players have come to fight and have shown us a lot athletic ability-wise. Unpolished pro wrestlers, no question, but no denying great athletes will always rise to the occasion, and we're seeing that right here.
How about that? Hogan with the top wrist lock. Malone used his sheer strength to take him down to the mat. Now he's claiming that he pulled the hair, which obviously he did not do.
Well, then go grab him by the rope.
Oh, cheap shot by Rodman, the double sledge, double axe handle blow to the back of the head of Malone.
The worm.
Wiped him out, and it gives Hogan an open window here, and he's walking right through it. Rapid fire blows to the bridge of the nose, to the face, to the chin of the mailman. And now a chokehold.
Get off of it, one,
Wait a minute.
two, get off the throat.
What's wrong with the throat, huh?
Get off of it, Hogan, one,
What's wrong with the
two,
throat?
three, get off.
There's nothing wrong with that. He's lucky.
Get off of it now, one, two.
Well, Malone, where's Stockton when you need him? He won't help him.
Not tonight, he won't. You could just hear, you could see and hear Hollywood Hogan and the disdain he has for one mailman, Karl Malone here. Pick up and down.
Well, that answers the body slam.
Don't expect any mail tomorrow, maybe, huh?
Stepping on the face, pushing down on the forehead. Tag, and here comes Rodzilla again. An open target.
Whoa, he hit him with such impact that he knocked Rodman down also.
To show you how big a hitter, strong of a man Hollywood was. An argument ensues here with the referee. Chasing Rodman back to the corner, and right there, a little bit of inexperience, because I believe Malone was close enough to make a tag, but he didn't realize where he was. It's that ring presence that you only get by years in the ring. Oh, my. Once again, it can, I mean, it would seemingly easily reach up and tag in DDP.
You ought to be able to do it from any corner.
I wonder if he has any idea where he's at in the ring.
Here's the desperation tag. And here comes Page.
And there goes Rodman.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Diamond cut him, diamond cut him.
That's right, that's what we're looking for here. Oh, Page in and down. Superb teamwork again.
Rodman got him with the knee in the back, and Hogan got him coming off the ropes.
Well, you're not kidding. Whipped him in, got him with a knee, other way, and DDP, who came in with a surge of energy. Diamond Dallas Page is getting whipped here by Hollywood Hogan. Any comeback by Page thwarted at the hands of the former world champ and the Worm.
Everything we expected from this NWO team. NWO black and white, total disregard for authority in this matchup. And there it is, the double team tactics again by Rodman from outside.
And the experience of Hogan. He leads the ref over to the corner, has Malone make a mistake, and then they guzzle him.
Page sent to the far side, double team, and he's corralled once again. Here's a cover again, and Page is out of it. That was a textbook cover by Hogan with the lateral press hooking a far leg, but could not keep the man down. Sometimes textbook wrestling, textbook covers do not work against men with determination, heart, and desire. And all those attributes describe one DDP. And how many times have we said, as Hogan continues to break the rules here, have we said during the course of following this remarkable career from the gutter to the top, Diamond Dallas Page, how many times have we said, how much more can Page take? How many more inches? And he keeps coming back. He's been wiped out with a chair repeatedly, and by the duo of Hogan and Rodman as well.
Well, that clothesline in the corner that Hogan just nailed Page with really took DDP off of his feet, snapped his head back in the corner.
The exchange, and here they come. You would expect that if there was any key element, double foot, to a wrestling match that Rodman and Malone would excel in, and that would be to keep your wind. Running up and down the basketball court, many reporters say, and rightfully so, that basketball players are truly the most remarkable athletes in all of sports.
They run like 5 or 6 miles a night.
Oh, boy, do they ever. Back and forth and back and forth. So you would think that getting a second wind or getting the third wind would not be much of a stretch for these guys. They can do it with ease.
How about that? Rodman knows how to cut off the ring, doesn't he?
Yeah, he certainly does.
Front face lock, takes DDP right into the corner and turns it over to Hogan.
You know what I think? Looking back on it now, seeing what I'm seeing.
And the disciples holding the trunks.
Boy, is he ever.
DDP.
That's a good call, Brain. You can see it right through the legs of Rodman there, and there you see it firmly. I think what we have seen in the preparation for this match, the two teams, one was working on a motion, DDP and Malone, and the other one was being fundamentally sound, preparing for this. I really believe that right now it's showing us that Rodman and Hogan a little bit more prepared than DDP and Karl Malone.
Well, on two occasions, DDP and Malone called Rodman out. And the Worm was conspicuous by his absence on both occasions. But it's obvious to us that they have been preparing some kind of a game plan. They've been in training in secret.
Hogan covers, and Hogan gets a 2 only.
Oh, was that close.
Look at this. How about that? Rodman grabbed the collar of Charles Robinson and dragged him all the way to the corner to let him know that he thought it should have been over. But you know, even though they want to win the match, and even though Hogan would love to pin Page, somewhere in the back of the mind of Dennis Rodman, he wants to beat Malone. And the same thing can be said for Malone.
No doubt about that.
He wants to win, but he would want to beat Dennis Rodman.
Good teamwork here. They're standing there just long enough. They're breaking the counts. They're not. Whoa!
Page talking about a second win. Here comes one from the wrestler, but a drop toe hold by Hogan holds him away as he reaches out for the long reach of the mailman, cannot get there.
But the tag is made to Rodman.
Taunting the mailman. Little personal vendetta there. He glances back. Another front chancery here. It's been one of his primary holds and primary moves, and that's a basic move through the years, many decades in pro wrestling, Mike.
Well, I guess it's not surprising that he would rely on elementary moves like that. Can't question how effective that they've been, though, especially as far as Rodman is concerned.
He's holding on, though.
Yeah, Page tried to pick him up, but Rodman kept a wide vertical base that time, and Page was not able to get him up. There he goes again. Again, sticks the leg straight out, gets the balance going back the other way. And you can see how close now that Page is. Up, down. Hogan's got the referee.
Well, he realized he's getting that close. He had to do something.
They were close enough for a tag, but no sir. The referee was admonishing Hogan, sending Malone back, enabling a double team to waste away on DDP.
And no tag made. They're doing the switch here.
Hogan with DDP at his mercy. Well, gentlemen, fans watching on wherever you are watching our program, you are seeing the master Hollywood Hogan with a sound in-ring game plan. And one of the finest basketball players turned pro wrestlers for one mega event, Dennis Rodman, followed this game plan to a T. And Hogan, years ago when he called, everyone watch out! Calling out to the fans like that, listening to the fans, always a prelude to the leg drop that DDP rolled away from.
He's gonna make that tag.
So close.
He did! Karl Malone.
It's time to get the mail.
Malone jumps in, dares him to come out, and then runs him down.
Whoa!
It's the fourth quarter, and the mailman's got the ball.
Yes! That's what we want to see. Malone and the worm. Disciple's in, though.
The disciple is in. Oh, he wipes out DDP. Hogan covers, 1, 2, 3. Hogan and Rodman win. History in the making, what the NWO Hollywood faction can do when its backs are up against the wall. When we come back, our very first words from our champion Goldberg. Coming up next, live on TNT. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, for the third hour of WCW Monday Nitro, and the anticipation has continued to build as we head now to Hollywood Hogan and Diamond Dallas Page, one-on-one. We head to Goldberg, one-on-one, defending the title, looking to make the streak 121-0, as he'll face a member of NWO Hollywood, Brian Adams. And also, during the course of this program, Scott Hall and Sting to go one-on-one. With all that in mind, here's Mean Gene Okerlund.
All right, Tony, I thank you very much. I understand that finally the big moment has come. As I travel across the country, people ask the question, when is Michael Jordan going to play basketball? When is McGuire going to hit 62 home runs? And when is Goldberg going to talk? Well, ladies and gentlemen, he is on his way. Please join me as we welcome the WCW Heavyweight Champion of the World, Goldberg.
All right, Gene, you see now fans watching deep into the locker room area of this mammoth structure, this Alamo Dome. The chant out here in the arena grows and builds and swells. Goldberg, obviously, his locker room ransacked, under attack early on, but as he makes his way out, here's a man that I think has proved time and time again that he is the epitome of the unstoppable force in our sport. And I know that he has security surrounding him because of what he's wearing and who he is, and how worldly people want to get close to Goldberg. But here's a man that needs no one to walk with him. Here's a man that does things on his own. And as he makes his way to the ring, you are going to hear, and I'm sure, feel an explosion as he walks and sticks his head right through the tunnel here, outside here in the Alamo Dome. Here it goes.
Here we go. Oh, yeah. You're right, Tony. He walks alone. He don't need help from anybody. That's the man right there. The man.
One thing is certain, after seeing the way the NWO Black and White organization trashed his locker room, they have targeted Goldberg. Hollywood Hogan has placed the bullseye squarely between the eyes of the world's heavyweight champion.
It's all yours, Gene.
If we can have your attention, ladies and gentlemen, this has got to be the most highly anticipated interview I personally have ever conducted. This man usually does not do his talking behind a microphone. He does it here in the ring. However, tonight, in light of everything that has happened in recent weeks, I want to bring out a man who certainly has got a number of things on his mind, and tonight he can physically articulate to this vast audience here in San Antonio and to fans across America. You know, I saw your locker room back there, Goldberg, early on. The authorities were in there. I don't know what was going through somebody's mind.
You know, I don't think anything was going through their mind. I don't think they were even thinking about it. You know, I've been here and I've been observing what Hollywood Hogan and his cronies are trying to do to the WCW. From the bottom to the top. And what they did to me tonight crosses that line. And what they did became personal to me. And let me tell you something. Everybody that's been put in front of me, I've destroyed.
120-0.
And I ain't gonna stop. And tonight, I make an example out of Brian Adams. Because Brian Adams, you're next.
Well, Tony, Bobby, Mike, it sounds to me like this man, after what happened tonight and what has happened in recent weeks, is going to systematically dismantle the Hollywood faction of the NWO, starting tonight later on with Brian Adams. We have got a barn burner. Tony, back to you.
Well, you know, when you look at Goldberg and he looks into that camera and literally looks into the soul of his opponents, it's almost as if his eyes go out and grab you and pull you in with him. We'll be back live on TNT. You know, we heard Hollywood Hogan, and, you know, he's always had his spin on things, even if you go back and look at the footage from Bash at the Beach. Obviously, that footage edited down to show the high spots and show the part where NWO Hollywood was succeeding. Do you remember that, Mike?
Yeah, it was all NWO Hollywood on offense, and the tape that they showed us, no question, Hogan and company edited that video.
Fans, when we come back, the first of 3 main events live here on TNT. When we come back, Scott Hall will face Sting, still DDP and Hollywood Hogan, and Goldberg and Brian Adams all later tonight.
This portion of WCW Monday Nitro is brought to you by Sony PlayStation. If you live for games, you've got to get a PlayStation.
Welcome back, fans, to the first of 3 big main events here tonight on WCW Monday Nitro as we are live. And before this match gets underway, a couple of things we need to touch on. Wednesday, August 5th, Thunder returns to TBS on Wednesday, August 5th. The event will originate from the Casper Event Center in Casper, Wyoming. Tickets to the box office and all usual ticket locations. Thunder comes to Fargo, North Dakota, the Fargo Dome, Thursday, August 13th. Tickets to the box office, Sunmar, Discontent, Dayton's, and the NDSU Memorial Union. This coming Friday, July 31st, tickets go on sale for Nitro. Coming to Pensacola, Florida on Monday, September 7th. Tickets at the Civic Center box office and Ticketmaster. And the Nitro girls will be at the Civic Center box office when tickets go on sale this coming Friday at 10 a.m. And this Saturday, August 1st, tickets go on sale for Nitro returning to Miami and the Arena on Monday, August 31st. Tickets go on sale this Saturday morning at the Miami Arena box office and Ticketmaster. And you can meet the Nitro girls and Bobby the Brain Heenan at Specs Music, 1241 5 Biscayne Boulevard in North Miami Beach, Saturday at noon, Brain.
Can you imagine me and the Nitro girls on Collins Avenue on Ocean Boulevard? As Jackie Gleason would have said, how sweet it is.
Yeah. Maybe for you, I'm not so sure for them.
They like me.
Yeah. Scott Hall has arrived in the first of what's going to go down as 3 big, gigantic main events here tonight, live on WCW Monday Nitro. And I touched on the fact that when we played the, I need to step out because the fans are going nuts here as the Wolfpack music rings out here in the Alamo Dome. But as Sting makes his way in, touched on the fact that Hollywood Hogan, NWO Hollywood, Eric Bischoff set it up on the set of NWO Nightcap that they would show the match from Bash at the Beach. had pretty much of an NWO spin to it, didn't it, Mike?
Absolutely did, Tony. We both took a look at that video of that great tag team matchup from Bash at the Beach, and there's no question that it was doctored by Hollywood Hogan and company.
Yeah, I was there. That didn't seem like the match I called.
Yeah, Spin Doctor City is what it's all about. Fans a week ago on this program, Scott Hall and the Giant, thanks to Bret the Hitman Hart's involvement, became World Tag Team Champs at the expense of Sting, Kevin Nash.
And you heard Eric Bischoff say somebody's going to get fired for showing that piece of footage with Jay Leno and that Hogan lookalike.
Wonder who that's going to be.
I don't know. 4 people up there admitted they did it. They just want to get canned. 4 people have confessed.
Well, speaking of Jay Leno, you heard Hogan say that he knows that Leno's going to be in Sturgis. He's, of course, a motorcycle enthusiast. Wouldn't it be great if Leno came down to our telecast and made a kind of a special appearance on Saturday night?
Let's invite him.
Why not? So that remains to be seen as we head to the 8th of August, Travis Triton concert, WCW action. Speaking of action, Sting is off and running at the bell. You knew he would waste no time taking his feelings out on one Scott Hall.
Battle of the New World Order factions. Opportunity here for Sting to exact a little revenge. Payback time for last Monday's Nitro event, when Scott Hall and the Giant captured the World Tag Team titles.
Mike, what did Bret Hart have to say about Sting?
Could you believe that? Bret Hart earlier tonight talking about Sting, claiming that he respected him so much. They have the same taste in moves. And bottom line, Sting, I'm your friend.
No one believes anything Bret Hart says, and I think any one of us up here can agree with that. Anyone in WCW and the Wolfpack, I think, would agree with that term.
Well, he's proven it to me you can't trust him, and you can't believe anything he says, so who knows what that really means?
You know what they say, no one knows a liar like a liar, right, Brent?
Yep. I mean, I don't know.
Right cross to the jaw, into the ropes. Other side, Sting ducked down low, and Scott Hall's got him.
Got him good.
That follow-away slam of his, one of his patented moves. He'll make a cover using the ropes, but still could not hold the man down, only got it 2. Goldberg will be coming out here to face Brian Adams, and you know as well as I do, there's a plan devised by NWO Hollywood for tonight. And later on, Hollywood Hogan will wrestle DDP.
What's he shooting for, 121?
121 is what he's shooting for.
121 in his sights. He talked about it being a personal situation, and he warned Brian Adams that he was going to make an example of him.
That's the first time we've heard him speak, isn't it?
And he spoke volumes.
Yes, he did. And it's just what we thought.
Here we go.
Stinger splash.
Whoa.
A man of much action and few words. Goldberg. Sting right now with a pair of Stinger splashes. Going to try to make it through. The trifecta.
Uh-oh.
Scorpion death drop. Eddie Switcher.
I smell victory here.
Uh-oh. I smell the master of manipulation. The Hitman Bret Hart on his way to the ring.
Gonna put him in that Scorpion Deathlock. And now Hart jogs to the ring and Sting drops Scott Hall. He dropped the legs. Sting said, "Oh, you wanna talk to me? Here's something for you." Sting going after Bret Hart. Bret Hart really not fighting back.
Uh-oh, there's Hennig and Vincent.
And you know, when he even touched on earlier that he was on the fringes, that was another lie. This is all set up here.
Sure it is. All the other members of the NWO Black and White out to help Hart.
Hart did not even fight back. He allowed Sting to take the measure of him, while Hennig and Vincent came from behind.
Luger's out.
Lex Luger's arrived. And now Luger getting into it with Hennig.
And Bret Hart's just sitting in the ring there, on your right-hand corner there.
Kevin Nash has come out.
Big Sexy is here. started on this. He instigated the whole thing.
He talked about distancing himself, staying on the outer fringes, and that's exactly what he did.
Look at Kevin Nash. Oh, a handful of Scott Hall. Who got a handful of Nash instead? He went to pick up Scott Hall. We're not so sure what for, but Scott Hall got the low blow in, and now Scott Hall unmercifully stomps on Nash and now follows him down to the floor.
And his opponent is Sting, but he's gone right after Nash, like you said, Tony.
Now Bret Hart picks up Sting. Sting's gonna put him in the Scorpion. No.
Oh, look how quickly he escaped from the Scorpion. Who would know better how to escape from that move than Bret the Hitman Hart, who has his own sharpshooter?
Yeah, but where's the man coming from? He never fought back when Sting laid into it. He hit him, he knocked him down.
Start talking.
Sting said, hey, start talking. What a
You can't trust him.
Fans, stay with us. More live on TNT.
You got an owie?
We're back live on Nitro, and now let's take you back to one of the things that happened last week on this program. Buff Bagwell came out to really accept the apologies of Rick Steiner, and this was one of the most, I don't know if I want to call it inhumane or sickening things we've ever seen. He hugs Rick Steiner, allowing Scott to come out with the chair, and even right here we thought that Buff Bagwell was on the up and up. But Mike Tenay, when he did this, we knew what it was all about.
Not only one of the most sickening, one of the most disgusting events ever in the history of Nitro, I think maybe, Tony, the most disappointing as well.
It's not to take anything away from a very serious neck injury that we all saw and witnessed and knew that he had.
He's lucky he's alive.
But he bounced back from it, didn't let on that he had bounced back from it, and what he did was just plain mean. Speaking of that, here's Gene.
We are back live. What you saw, of course, happened last week. This week, I want to bring out the man that was challenged, Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner, come on out, along with, what is this? I didn't realize you were going to have Buff Bagwell, Tony.
Someone should hit
That's
him
a surprise to me.
Someone should hit him with a chair right now.
Yep. Hey, 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 hey! What in the world?
Are you okay?
Are you just stumped?
Somebody! He's hurt! You okay, Marcus?
Well, apparently this was unplanned. All of a sudden, Steiner just...
Come on,
what's going on?
Get up, Bump! Beat Bump! Come on! Get up! You okay? Are you okay?
Come on, please. You have now gained the reputation, Marcus Buff Bagwell, as the biggest con man to ever appear in professional wrestling in this great sport. You are doing it a disgrace.
Gene, I want that camera right on this scar right now. You see that scar, Gene? That's somebody going in and fusing C3 and C4. This injury isn't fake. I want everybody out there to know that. This was a planned attack. Tell him, Pump Daddy.
All right, Scotty Steiner, big challenge from your brother last week. You've got to answer it.
You know, me and Gene, this started all 3 weeks ago when, Marcus, you had your mother wheelchair you out. That was a nice touch in your hometown. Thank you very much. And then 2 weeks ago, when Hollywood Hogan pushed you over, I want to know, how'd you keep a straight face? It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
But then when my brother leaned over and picked you up, I knew the hook was in. Just like that, we had him set. And then me, Gene, when he gave him that hug, Buff, you're the best setup man in wrestling today.
That was absolutely terrible.
What do you mean by setup, man? You set him up, and I knock him down. You know me, Gene, as good as I look, and I do look good, there is one thing my brother has that I don't have, and that's compassion. Me, Gene, you see that vein right there? Good lighting.
That's very impressive.
The blood that goes through that vein is not red. It's white and black, and it's for life. You know me, Gene, I beat my brother up in the backyard. I beat him up in high school. I beat him up in college. And if he wants me to beat him up in the Sturgis, I'll beat him there too, but I'll get paid for it.
And Road Wild, of course. Hey,
Gene, I apologize, but I can't listen to any more of this. You were hurt about as bad as a wrestler can possibly be hurt in this profession. I know because I work with the doctors to put you back together. And millions of people poured their hearts and emotions out about and cared about you. And this is how you show your gratitude? You slipped about as low as you could go. And you stand out here and run your mouth. There's an old saying, be careful about what you wish for because you may just get it. You want a match with your brother? Well, I'm going to do everything that I can to see that that match takes place.
All right, gentlemen, that's it. We are out of time. Thank you. More Nitro coming up after this. Please.
That is the hardest match in the world today.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The World Heavyweight Championship on the line. We have seen a disgusting display from Buff Bagwell and superstar Scotty Steiner, Big Papa Pump. J.J. Dillon said he'll do everything in his power to get the match signed. We'll keep you posted on that. But as Brian Adams comes to the ring, here we go again. I don't think there was any question about the intensity and the concentration and the passion this man has for the sport. You've seen it the way he performs. And tonight, for the first time ever, you heard it and saw it in his eyes. He comes back to the ring, they're chanting his name, and they're standing over 14,000 fans in attendance here tonight.
But think about this. He's got a shot, Brian Adams, to become the WCW Heavyweight Champion of the world. Hogan would love to have that title brought back to the black and white of the NWO. He probably talked Brian Adams out of it. So a lot could happen here.
World's Heavyweight Championship, as well as the 120-match winning streak, is on the line. Remember Brian Adams earlier? He said that he begged Hollywood Hogan to prove to the world that Goldberg is a fluke. Goldberg countered by saying that Hogan and company crossed the line. They've made it personal. Brian Adams, he's going to make an example because you are next.
And in very few seconds, Brian Adams is going to sing his worst nightmare right there. Goldberg.
But I don't want to put too many butts into this one. There's been enough said already tonight about that.
Well, you got enough butt to lose a little.
I'm not going to start with you. What if NWO Hollywood has a master plan?
Oh, yeah.
Not just to win the title back in the persona of Brian Adams. What if their master plan, which obviously, when you saw Goldberg's locker room earlier, you knew something was happening. What if the master plan is to destroy the man? Remember, he is one. He is surrounded by security, but we said he walks alone when it comes to wrestling. But NWO Hollywood, they are many. So here we go.
And with the black and white, love to take credit for defeating this man and putting that one mark on his record. They would love it.
Approaches every match the same way, and that's one of the most amazing things. A lot of times, great athletes and great champions can get caught up in their own hype. Goldberg has not done that at all. He is the same man that we first saw back in September of 1997.
Well, this is a good move by Adams. Get him quick and get him as hard as you can.
Just the opening he needs.
Oh.
We saw that distraction from Vincent right at the start of this matchup, and Brian Adams is taking advantage.
And he's no midget, this Brian Adams. He's a big, big man. Look at that. And goes right for the pin.
And he's got a two, and Goldberg kicks away. And now you hear the sound of that now familiar, famous chant of Goldberg. Trying to get Goldberg.
What a move.
belly the man. A belly-to-belly suplex. Oh! He speared him, and here comes Vincent. There went Vincent.
NWO Black and White. Fear the spear.
Yeah, right now it's NWO Black and Blue. Into the ropes. That's it again.
That's 2. Oh, yeah, he's going to go for it right now.
It's a big, powerful man to get up in the air.
Over 300 pounds.
He can do it. I'll bet the mortgage on him.
Oh, can he ever?
Oh, I win again.
Oh, yes. Count him out. He wins again.
21-0. 21-0 for Goldberg, the man.
121-0.
What did I say?
You just said 21. It's 121.
See how he gets me excited? 310-0. I don't care anymore.
He is working.
Wow.
He is working on his second 100. Goldberg decimates NWO Hollywood, and WCW and Goldberg are here for life.
Oh, is he ever?
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are ready to go for the third of our triple main event here tonight. Diamond Dallas Page left here tonight, last week on a gurney.
Time for the WCW Monday Nitro main event. Are you ready? Damas y caballeros, órale, están listos. For the thousands in attendance here at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Michael Buffer's appearance here at the Alamo Dome.
For life.
A week ago, as I was going to say, carried out on a gurney by EMTs, and you knew that he would come back eventually. You just didn't think or fathom it would be the very next week. But DDP here, and of course, so is Hollywood Hogan with the Disciple coming out together now.
Ladies and gentlemen, now making his entrance to the ring, in the company of the Disciple, wearing black and white. He stands 6 feet, 7 inches tall, and weighs 276 3/4 pounds. This is, without a doubt, the most famous and recognizable face and name in the history of professional wrestling. He is the inspirational leader of the original New World Order. From Hollywood, USA, he is Hollywood Hogan.
Hollywood Hogan, one thing that's remarkable about him is he has gone through many highs and many lows, more highs than lows, but he always comes in as cocky, as arrogant, feeling on top of the world. And I think a lot of that stems from the fact that he knows he has so many men under him, so many men doing his bidding.
No different tonight, Tony. Earlier, we heard Hogan mention that he was going to prove to DDP that he is out of his league and that this might be the last match of Diamond Dallas Page's career, but you just can't keep Page down.
Now, you're right about that.
And now making his entrance to the ring, wearing black and blue, he stands 6 feet, 5 inches tall, and weighs 252 pounds. He comes to us from the Jersey Shore. This wrestling superstar belongs to and is affiliated with no organization or association. He stands alone, never ducking any challenge. The king of the diamond cutter, he is Diamond Dallas Page!
Trailer Trash. Wouldn't it be funny if Trailer Trash beat Hollywood?
DDP talked about Hogan feeling not just the wrath, but also the bang tonight on Nitro. And Diamond Dallas Page asked me to remind all the WCW fans in Atlanta, Georgia, that this Thursday night, it's going to be DDP's Christmas in July at American Pie in Atlanta, Georgia, 7 p.m. DDP asks that you bring school supplies to be distributed by the Children's Restoration Network of Atlanta. It's your chance to meet DDP, the stars of WCW, and do something great for the community this Thursday at American Pie.
And help out a bunch of kids.
We'll see what condition the man is in himself, because Hollywood Hogan is laying into it. Now, I know from seeing DDP earlier in the day that the leg does have a knee brace, but the knee brace is underneath the tights here. So he is working on one bad wheel that we know real well, but he's fighting on instinct, he's fighting on vigor, he's fighting on determination and heart. What in the world is he fighting on, for God's sake? Look at him.
For a man with a bad wheel and taped up ribs, you got to put your money on him almost. Look at him.
He promised that he would rid the wrestling world of Hollywood Hogan, and DDP, well, up to that point anyway, in total control until Hogan takes the shortcut.
Well, Hogan has shortcutted his whole life, and he'll do it again. And he'll keep on doing it till somebody stops him.
Hogan hooks DDP. Great execution on the belly-to-back suplex. A match that Hogan, as you stated earlier, Mike, clearly says, here's a cover first. 1, 2, clearly says is only to end the man's career. And you see by the attempt here of holding the chin, driving knuckles into the temple, that that's what he's trying to do.
You know, Page could get the diamond cutter on him from where he's at there.
He can get it off just about anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any denying that, but the question is, you've got, I think the one undeniable factor about being able to put on the diamond cutter is to be conscious. You got to be in it to be able to put it on. And that remains to be seen how long he can stay in this. Hogan runs right over it. He's trying to shut out the pain. You can hear him scream. Cover, 1, 2.
Now, Hogan did the damage to the ribs. He also did the damage to the legs. You think he'd be going after it. One thing I know about Hogan very well, he doesn't like to be called out. And that's what DDP did. He challenged this man, called him out, and that doesn't sit well with Hogan.
He bounces up, gets a second win from who knows where, and here comes Page.
Whoa, what a recovery by DDP, including a discus lariat clothesline that leveled Hogan.
But don't forget this, the disciple's out there, and he's always out there.
And DDP is back in it.
But be aware, DDP, that there's another man out there that will do anything.
On the outside, such dangerous territory for any man to be in, but especially when Hollywood Hogan and the disciple are on the outside, both now head first down to the ring apron.
Brutus, let's get him right here, bro.
Double team here. He blocked it. Fighting both men off.
Ooh.
Page instinctively fighting here. Finally, the disciple walks away. Hogan begging off. Page will have none of it. Page, certainly over the last few weeks, showing his hatred for Hogan, but nothing like he said tonight.
Did you see Page's head snap back? The whiplash effect after that clothesline in the corner by Hogan.
Incredible force, acceleration by Hollywood Hogan, all the way across the ring, corner to corner. The big foot.
That's about it.
That's 1. Remember, the leg drop would be 2. But Page is...
Come on, Page, get up. Get to your feet, come on.
Scraping.
Come on.
Trying to get up, and he is up. Hogan.
Yes.
Diamond cutter on Hollywood.
Wait a minute. Here's Hennig.
Oh, no. He had him. The diamond cutter would have been it.
The black and white NWO's in there now.
They're in there, you're right.
He had him, too. He had him. Right in the middle of that ring, too. Oh.
All right.
just out to brutalize Diamond Dallas Page, totally outnumbering him.
Norton is in there, Hennig.
Oh, the red and black are here now.
The Wolfpack's come out. Sting and Nash. Conan. We've got an NWO Donnybrook. They're all in there along with Page of WCW.
Don't touch that clicker.
We're desperately near the end. Oh my!
Goldberg! Goldberg's on his way to the ring.
Goldberg is coming to the ring. And Goldberg is going at it. Hall's gone. Woof. The disciple's gone. Look at Kevin Nash just stare in amazement.
Oh.
Hennig goes out.
The Giant's in.
The Giant's in. He's got Goldberg.
Oh no.